We are live on YouTube already, and now it's time for me to record. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Dream Warriors. And this is my podcast. My name is Rita Egidio, and I have a new guest. And I cannot wait to start talking with you. Do you want to pick up the microphone, the virtual one, and present yourself? Tell us where you are at this moment, what you do, and a little bit more about you.
Yes, so good evening, everybody. Thank you for inviting me in this podcast. Thank you, Rita.
My pleasure.
So basically, I am in Switzerland, in between Geneva and Lausanne.
Oh, nice! I love Geneva.
Yeah, great. Yeah, it's a beautiful city, actually. So, yeah, well, it all started with actually I have a method of self-development, actually, that's called Consciensoriel, and it's based on emotions. So basically, it all started with my story. It's throughout more than 20 years of self-development, I came up and co-created this. It works like a therapy, but it's a self-development method that is based on emotions, actually, on patterns that we have as family patterns, for example, or wounds from our childhood, or that we inherited from our family, from different relationships, from work, from everything, actually. Based on my experiences and the work that and this close friend, if he wouldn't have been there at that time, I most probably wouldn't be here anymore.
Okay, can you just repeat that little part before the close friend, because we lost your audio?
Okay, so I co-created this method based on my experience, and if he wasn't, if he wouldn't have been there at a certain period of my life, most probably I wouldn't be here anymore. Okay. I had actually health issues, thrombosis, infarctus, and basically, yeah, it was and most probably all coming from emotional wounds.
Okay, and so if I ask you, what do you do now? You can compare your coach. Do you coach? Do you guide people? Do you work one-to-ones? Do you tell us a little bit?
I coach people. Yes, I work one-to-one, and basically I work on the breathing. I work on like intuitive writing, and then also on the dialogue and listening.
Nice. What kind of people do you help?
I help, generally speaking, I help high potential people, like high emotional people also. So HP, in French, it's HPI, and HPE, which is intellectual on one side and emotional on the other side. I coach also elite sportive, like that are racing drivers or different kind of sports. And it's to overcome actually their barriers, their fears, their different things that they're going through, even sometimes when they lose a race or when they have setbacks and everything. So that helps to overcome and actually to gain your power back, actually. And also entrepreneur, bankers, lawyers. Basically, it's not related. Bankers and lawyers are less related to emotions, but what we understand is that everything is linked to the emotions, actually. So if you don't believe in what you say or what you do, you will not convince anyone.
That is true. Do you work with with drivers?
Well, yes, that's my goal, to work with racing drivers. I had a very young one that I wanted to work with. It didn't happen because basically he was at the beginning of his career, and his team was not really settled. He was looking for sponsors and everything. But yes, I have worked with let's say sportsmen in general. Yeah.
Nice. What is your secret? Why your method is different than the other ones?
But there is no secret, actually. No, there is no secret. My method is different from the point that actually what I went through helped me to overcome everything. So I went through different therapies, through different coaches, through different psychologists, through different energeticians, through different techniques, through shaman, through really a lot of different people. And overall, I did a summary with this friend of actually what worked for me. And my main target for myself, it was the emotions, actually, because I'm a hypersensitive person. So I had to deal since childhood with a lot of emotions, and that's actually what might change from others, is that actually I went through most of the things that I'm coaching, actually. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you work more with men or women?
Both, but men are more, let's say, they are less familiar with their emotions. Actually, they
I
don't
was going to ask, that was my second question.
Yeah, they don't let them out, and they don't actually, they think that because they have emotions and they can be related to weakness. So most of the time it's more difficult to make them accept these emotions. And afterwards, I can actually explain to you the different steps that we have to go through in order to let go these emotions, because we all work the same way when it comes to patterns, to emotional patterns in general. Yeah.
So please tell us.
Yeah. So first of all, you have to be conscious about this pattern of this emotion. Second, you need to understand it, to understand where it comes from. Actually, the roots of this emotion, if you don't understand where it comes from, it's as if you were healing from a wound that it will never be completely healed, actually. So each time there will be another emotion that is related and that makes you vibrate at the same frequency, it will go in resonance with this emotion, and this pattern will automatically start. And then you will be like unconsciously putting yourself into situations that actually are repeating themselves.
Mm-hmm. Makes a lot of sense. Okay. This is a podcast about dreams.
Yes.
Do you dream big?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you want to share? Okay. First, I want you to share a dream that you had and you achieved.
The first dream that I had that I almost achieved, but I'm still working on it.
Don't need to be the first, but one dream that you achieved.
Yeah, one dream is to be fully myself.
Okay. That is a very big dream, right?
It is, yes.
What do you want to be free of?
Free of fears.
Okay.
Free of fears, yeah. Because you have the fear that can push you forward, but mainly the fear that blocks you, or that gives you barrier to your challenge, to your dreams, actually. Yeah. That's the type of fear that I want to, that I trying to get rid of.
What is fear for? What do you think we have fear?
Well, we can have fear of who we are on the inside, the shadow, for example, our shadows. We can have fears of the unknown, actually leaving a situation that we know for something that we that would be maybe better, but that we don't know. So that can be a fear, and that's an important one actually in general. And what they are here for, they are also here to sometimes they are here to warn us from a danger, but it's a different type of fear.
Okay, so now give me a dream that you want to achieve on the future.
I want to inspire as many people as I can through understanding that no matter where you are, no matter what's your situation, you can always achieve your biggest and wildest dream. So that's what I want to share, and yeah, and just by being yourself, basically.
How long are you a coach? How long are you coaching? Since when?
Since a long time now, actually. My method, it was only 2-3 years ago. I think we are 3 to 4 months now. But coaching, I was coaching actually beforehand. I was coaching Thai boxing, parkour, yoga. So coaching, it's been a long time.
What a combination! Kickboxing, parkour, and yoga.
Yeah.
What is the story? Like, what is then a person who do parkour makes you doing kickboxing and as well yoga?
Actually, I started with martial arts from the age of 6.
Okay.
And then different martial arts from capoeira to Viet Vo Dao, then Thai boxing for sure, a little bit of Kung Fu, and I started with judo actually, basically, and then I moved to parkour, but parkour actually, it has the same mindset as martial arts, exactly the same mindset.
What is?
The difference between martial arts and parkour is that in parkour you have the elements and the walls and everything that are against you, your own fears. You don't have you're your own actually your own enemy in parkour, because all your fears will show up when you do a jump, when you are at a high let's say when you are on a building, on anything, on a wall. So that's the difference between let's say Thai boxing and parkour, is that you're alone, but it's yourself. I'm back.
It's yourself.
So yeah, it's between you and yourself. Actually, you're your own enemy, and all the elements, they're reflecting your own fears.
How was for you to get your first paying client?
It came pretty naturally. Actually, it was not so difficult. What was difficult is to find more clients. But the first one, it came through martial arts and yoga.
Oh, nice. And you talked about the two things. What is yoga for you?
Yoga for me, it was a self-discovery, basically. It was not about the posture. It was more about coming back to yourself and being at ease with your emotions and who you are, basically. And also finding this place inside of you, or creating this place inside of you where you are at ease, and also where you are safe.
I want to know your take about money. What do you think about money? How do you see money?
I see money as actually an exchange, as an energy. So it could be, it has to be an exchange for sure, but money is for me, it's an energy. So it's sort of it's for sure, it's a valuation of what you're doing, but not really of who you are. The thing is that if you don't value yourself first, asking money for any coaching would be very difficult.
Yeah, I understand. You are working to release an app right?
Yes, with Passion.io.
With Passion.io. I'm in a family as well. Tell me a little bit more about your app, your goals.
So now I'm only at the first, or I'm at the second week actually of my app. So it's pretty at the beginning. But my goal is to share the knowledge and the experiences that I have, whether it's through deep breathing, whether it's through connection with nature, whether it's through all the explanation of how the emotions inside of us are working and how we work in terms of patterns, and to share it to everybody so that they can actually, without talking to me, they can go through this application and directly access to everything they want whenever they want.
Sounds epic. So what kind of other offers do you have? So if someone, point one, how can someone reach out to you? They can find you.
They can find me through two different social media. One is Facebook. I have the page Consciensoriel. It's the name of it's conscious and sensoriel. So it's Consciensoriel. Then it can be accessed through Facebook, but I use more the IG page of Consciensoriel, who is actually a brand here in Switzerland, official brand. And then I also have another my own page with DYV and underscore Y at the end, and that's my personal page. But I only post quotes. So basically, they are related to emotions in general, or to what's actually to what's inspiring me in general.
What is next for you?
What's next? Next, for sure, it will be the release of the application.
Is the application going to be in French or in English? Sorry.
It's going to be in English.
Okay.
I do actually coaching in both French and English, but I will release the application only in English first. Yeah.
Okay, but tell me. Sorry, I interrupt you. What is the next?
No problem. My goal actually is to do events, but most probably to have a podcast as well. But basically to have concrete subject where we can discuss about different situations that arise for us, and try to understand the schemes and patterns that are linked to emotions behind all these situations.
Nice. What did you want to be when you were a young kid?
A racing driver. Or a pilot.
Makes sense of finance. So now you are attracting that. A message to yourself from the past. If you could send, like 20 years ago when you start this journey, if you could send a message to yourself now, what should you told yourself?
Believe in yourself. Believe your first intuition, and never give up on anything. Any of your dreams, anything that you have in your heart, don't give up. Just continue. Beautiful. It will, one way or the other, it will happen one day. Yeah.
Beautiful. I am a coach as well. I help coaches and mentors and healers to grow online, to get more followers, to get more steady flow of clients organically. And I'm an amplifier. I'm going to offer you a free session where I do some healing and I do a game plan for you. But that is something that I'm going to offer to you as soon as we end this. But I want to know your take about social media, how you as a coach see social media.
Actually, social media, they are helpful in a way that if you use them as a way of expressing yourself to a lot of people, like to touch a lot of people at the same time, it can be really good. Because you can have access to the whole world basically through social media. But the downside for me, it would be to everything that is linked to judgmental, to bullying, all the negativity actually. Yeah, that's terrible, because basically everybody can have access to social media, especially kids and young ones, and they can be influenced in a bad way. And we know that in certain cases tragic events happen because of social media. Yeah, so that's the part that is let's say unmanageable. And for me, yeah.
You said you have an account with quotes. I want you to give us a quote before we end this.
I will take a quote from a person that inspired me a lot. Unfortunately, she is not here. It's most probably you heard of her. It's Jane Nightbird Machevsky. Mm-hmm. She had the golden buzzer of Simon Cowell on the America's Got Talent. She sang her own song, which was called "It's Okay." Unfortunately, she spread her wings on the 19th of February this year. She was around 30 or 32. I don't remember exactly, but she had a sentence that say, "Don't you want to see what happens if you don't give up?" Mm-hmm. And that's the quote I wanted to share with you.
Nice. Thank you so much. I'm going to say thank you to you. I'm going to say bye to these people watching and stopping our record. And after, I want to say bye to you properly. Guys, thank you so much for watching or listening to this podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. And I see you guys on the next one. Keep dreaming big, huh? Keep dreaming big. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.